This is the best view in Thessaloniki, but most people only see it from the outside. Today, we're going inside Trigonion Tower to show you why this 15th century fortress offers a panorama you can't get anywhere else in the city. This is the Tower of Trigonion, Pyrgos Trigoniou, also known as the Tower of Alysseos, standing at the edge of the old fortifications. It's a popular stop for Greek locals, cruise passengers, and even the hop-on hop-off buses. But few people realize you can actually head to the very top. Before entering, take a moment to enjoy the area around the tower. This part of Thessaloniki is known as Castra, or the castle area, and it feels worlds away from the busy city center below. You are still in the city, but the narrow streets and stone walls make it feel like a small historic village perched above the modern world. One easy option is to come from the city center by metro and get off at Sintrivani station. From there, you can walk up toward Ano Poli, but keep in mind, it is a real climb. Depending on your pace, allow around 30 to 40 minutes on foot. Pro tip: if it's a hot Greek summer day, you might want to take a taxi up and enjoy the downhill walk back later. We also have a separate video on City Walk Travels, showing this uphill route in more detail. If you have time, don't come only for the tower. Walk along the Byzantine Walls toward the nearby Eptapyrgio and visit the Holy Church of St. Paul the Apostle nearby. It's one of the most rewarding walks in the city. Inside, the atmosphere changes immediately. The open city view disappears, and you enter the heavy stone body of a defensive tower. The walls are incredibly thick, built specifically to survive heavy cannon fire during the age of artillery. As you head up, just keep in mind that you have to be careful, as the stone steps inside are quite high, and there is no elevator. This tower was built in the late 15th century, after Thessaloniki had passed under Ottoman control. As you walk through the interior, notice the scale of the masonry and the curved structure. It's not a large museum, but it gives you a very physical sense of how the city once defended itself. And then, the rooftop opens everything up at once. While the area outside the tower offers a great free view, the paid rooftop entrance gives you a complete 360-degree experience that is much more immersive. From here, you can look directly across the top of the old Byzantine walls, over the red-tiled roofs of Ano Poli, and down into the dense modern city center. You can see the ships moving in the port and the vast expanse of the Thermaic Gulf stretching out before you. On a clear day, the horizon feels endless, and you can even see the snow-capped peaks of Mount Olympus rising far beyond the water. You have the steep, historic upper city behind you, the bustling modern hub below, the sea in front, and the port showing why this city has always been a strategic crossroads for trade and movement. Take your time up here to spot the different neighborhoods and the way the city has grown over the centuries. Note: when we visited, the entrance was €5, but ticket prices and opening hours can change. Always check the official links for the latest information before you head up. Trigonion Tower is often compared with the White Tower because both belong to the same era of Ottoman fortification in the 15th century. While the White Tower guarded the harbor, this tower protected the most vulnerable corner of the upper city, where the northern and eastern walls met. Its various names also tell a story of the city's layers. Most locals call it Trigonion today, which refers to its triangular position in the fortifications. However, you will also see it called the Tower of Alysseos, or Chain Tower. This name comes from a legend that a large chain once encircled the tower's exterior, though it may also refer to the way the tower chained together the defensive lines of the upper city. As you walk through these lower chambers, you can see how the layout changed over time. After the 18th century, the Ottoman military used these thick-walled rooms for storing gunpowder and heavy weaponry. Because it was a munitions depot, the spaces feel very military, compact, controlled, and functional. There is no decorative masonry here because this was part of a defensive machine designed to withstand a siege. If you want to see the next level of this defensive system, the Heptapergian fortress is just a short walk away. Keep in mind, it is a separate monument and requires its own paid ticket. It offers a very different and much darker atmosphere because of its later history as a notorious prison. Visiting both the Trigonion Tower and the Heptapergion on the same day is the best way to understand how Thessaloniki's upper defensive zone functioned from the Byzantine era all the way through to the 20th century. Back outside, the tower returns to the skyline of Ano Poli. Even without entering, this is a classic Thessaloniki viewpoint. But going inside and up to the rooftop changes the experience. You aren't just looking at the history, you're standing right in the middle of it. For the best trip, combine the tower with a slow walk through the quiet streets of the upper city. Check the description for official links, ticket updates, and our route video from Sintrivani Station. Enjoy the view! Inside the castle walls of Ano Poli, you'll find numerous traditional taverns tucked away in the narrow streets, perfect for a meal with a view after your visit. Subscribe to Best Travel Video for more travel videos. Before you go, you can find everything in one place: travel videos, city walks, tech guides, plus full ebook and audiobook versions. You can access it through the link in the description or the QR code on screen.